Well, as the race for governor heats up in Illinois, families impacted by violence in the city are calling on GOP candidate Darren Bailey to better connect with brown and black communities.
And a suburban paper is ending its business deal with a political PAC after criticism from Governor Pritzker. WGN's Jewel Hillary is joining us now with more. Jewel.
Hi, Lourdes and Ray. So earlier today, the governor called out Paddock Publications. That's the company that owns the Daily Herald. The Pritzker campaign says it's disappointed and shocked in the company for doing business with a partisan group. And although Paddock says it was not endorsing the PAC, but simply doing business with it, tonight the publisher has stepped back from its deal. Papers like the Chicago City Wire and West Cook News are showing up at doorsteps throughout the Chicago area. In a letter from the JB for Governor campaign, the campaign says conservative activist Dan Proft, who leads local government information services, is behind the mailings, which have been printed by Paddock Publications, the parent company of the Daily Herald. In a letter to Paddock Publications, the Pritzker campaign writes these mailers are specifically designed to mislead readers into thinking they are legitimate journalism, when in reality they are unlabeled ads attacking political candidates. Many residents who've received these pink slime reports shared that they never subscribed to LGIS and had no interest in receiving them in the first place. Early Thursday evening, Paddock Publications shared on the Daily Herald website that the Daily Herald did not publish the papers and does not endorse the content of any of the print jobs it does for vendors, including newspapers. The company says Paddock Publications has made the decision to cancel commercial printing jobs with LGIS. As an independent newspaper publisher, we want no part of the flame-throwing accusations taking place between Governor J.B. Pritzker and LGIS. WGN TV analyst Paul Lisnick says he doesn't know one way or the other if the information in the papers is true or false, but encourages people to do their research.
For certain people, middle-aged, older, the concept of a newspaper and the hard copy carries credibility with it. So the real concern, to the extent these papers contain false information, is that when people get it in their hands, they think it's real, they think it's true.
In a portion of a statement, Dan Proft responds to Pritzker's campaign saying if he doesn't like a television ad, it must be taken off the air. If he doesn't like a newspaper, it must not be printed or circulated. He ends by saying, in short, he is a bedwetting spoiled brat who thinks an election is about his ambitions rather than Illinois families' aspirations.
Which really demonstrates how out of touch he is.
Republican challenger Darren Bailey is getting heat from Father Pfleger and the organization Purpose Over Pain, a group of parents who have lost children to violence. They led a small rally today outside of the John Hancock building, where Bailey is renting space during the campaign.
John Hancock building does not represent Chicago. It represents the elite. If Mr. Bailey wants to immerse himself, give me a call. I'll find you an apartment on 79th Street.
Currently, the Bailey campaign isn't running any television ads, but Pfleger and others are disturbed by ads like this, showing multiple acts of violence. They're being run by the people who play by the Rules PAC, also led by Dan Proft. In a statement, a spokesman for the Bailey campaign shares, "We have no communication with or control over this PAC, but Pritzker and his pal Lightfoot have control over the skyrocketing crime in Chicago, but sadly they don't care about the more than 500 people murdered this year in Chicago or the fact they're creating new victims every day with their soft on crime policies." Pritzker has turned his back on law enforcement and left these communities behind. Darren Bailey's focus is making Illinois safe and affordable for everyone. Well, senior leaders with Paddock Publications say they requested a meeting with Pritzker this afternoon, but he was not available. Instead, they met with his campaign manager. Lourdes and Ray, back to you.
More to come. Jewel, thank you.